And remember, when they say like this tweet and you will receive a millionaire this week, it doesn't work. All right, you'll be fine. All right, moving away from that, hundreds of schools across the country have turned into ghost-like premises as art teachers under their umbrella Uganda National Teachers Union, UNATU, continue to carry on with their industrial action in pursuit of salary increment. Several schools across Teso Sub-region remain closed both in the urban and rural areas, with parents now taking advantage of the teachers' strike to use their children in the fields and other domestic work at home.
The Kapelebiong District Inspector of Schools, Stephen Olinga, said they have appealed to head teachers to keep the schools open for learners to learn on their own, equally warning parents to allow the learners access the schools for their own personal discussions as the government engages the striking teachers. Meanwhile, the Minister of Education and Sports, Ms. Janet Kataha Museveni, has directed all striking art teachers to return to class with immediate effect since the government has committed to enhance their salaries gradually. According to her, the teachers betrayed God, government, and Ugandans through their industrial action because they were called to serve. Osauge, why are you laughing? This is a very, very interesting way to urge the teachers to go back to school, that they've disappointed God.
That's the one that cracked me up.
And the yeah.
Well,
there's really no words.
There's so I mean, it's not just in Uganda. Of course, in Nigeria, there's a similar situation. I can imagine the Minister of Education, coming up and saying, you betrayed God. Even if we haven't paid you guys, and we have not, met any of the agreements that we signed with you as far back as 2009 or even, earlier. You betrayed God, you betrayed your oath to serve, and people also.
It's the same thing they used to blackmail medical doctors. They say to doctors that, you swore to the Hippocratic oath, and then you swore to the Hippocratic oath, meaning you must save lives first before money.
Which I actually agree.
Which is true, right? But they also need to eat. They need to feed. So why are you not paying them? Governments need to start taking responsibility for their lack of, I don't know I'm thinking of the exact words to their failures, really. They need to start taking responsibility for their failures because you have failed. Don't push it to God. Don't use God to blackmail people to do their job. They will do their job, but you should pay them.
You should also play your own part. It once again, brings back conversations about the importance that is placed on education in Africa. We, of course, in Zimbabwe, there's going to be a new building, and I was going to ask Lala earlier, if a new building means, better legislation, if it means, being able to deliberate better, in Zimbabwe. And so, what are the conversations that are going to be happening in Zimbabwe after that, they start sitting in that building? And it's pretty much the same thing. What's the importance, that is placed on education? If teachers complain that they are not paid properly, that they are not, living standards are too poor, for teachers, the government should do whatever it is, and, make whatever changes that are necessary in order to improve on the welfare of teachers. They cannot be this poorly paid across Africa. And a couple of weeks ago, there was a professor who was complaining about her salary being 400,000 here in Nigeria, and it was embarrassing because you're at the peak. As a professor, you're at the peak of your career.
You aspire to something else.
You are the peak.
It's why lots of Nigerians, for example, Africans, are preferring reality TV shows over school because it's actually more favorable to if you count the top 3 careers now, it'd be to be in a reality TV show, to be a delegate
for
those in Nigeria, or a sports person. Those are the most highly paying careers, other than actually going to school and doing. I mean, not that these other career paths don't go to school, but we need to do better as a people. Our countries and governments need to do better